The atmosphere inside the concert venue suddenly changes in this dramatic reenactment. Moments earlier, Jin had been performing under the bright stage lights as thousands of fans waved their purple light sticks. The energy was overwhelming, with cheers echoing throughout the arena. Then, in a sudden turn of events, the scene becomes tense. Jin is shown lying unconscious in the area below the stage, while members of the security team rush toward him to provide assistance. Jungkook notices what has happened and immediately becomes visibly distressed. In the emotional scene, he stays nearby as staff carefully respond to the situation. His expression appears overwhelmed, creating a moment that would naturally leave fans deeply concerned. The other BTS members also gather nearby, watching anxiously as the staff work to make sure Jin receives proper care. The normally energetic backstage atmosphere has become unusually quiet. For Jungkook, the moment is especially emotional. Seeing a fellow member in distress is portrayed as difficult for him to process, and tears appear as he waits beside Jin. The scene highlights the close friendship and support that fans associate with the BTS members. Across social media, the dramatic moment would quickly become a major talking point among ARMY. Fans would share screenshots, discuss Jungkook's emotional reaction, and express their hopes that Jin is safe and receives appropriate medical attention. What makes the scene particularly powerful is not simply the shock of the incident, but the sense of togetherness afterward. Jungkook and the other members remain close, showing that moments of uncertainty can bring people even closer. The fictional reenactment ends on a more hopeful note. Staff continue caring for Jin while the members wait nearby. The tension gradually gives way to relief as everyone focuses on his well-being. For ARMY, the emotional message is clear. Friendship is not only about sharing the biggest stages and happiest moments. It is also about standing beside one another when things suddenly become difficult. This dramatic story is presented as a fictionalized scenario inspired by the image and title, not as confirmation that Jin BTS actually lost consciousness or that Jungkook cried beside him during a real incident. The tension in the venue continues as the staff carefully focus on Jin's condition. In this fictionalized scene, Jungkook remains nearby, visibly emotional and unable to hide his concern. The cheers from the audience have faded, replaced by an atmosphere of uncertainty. The other members stay together, offering support while professional staff handle the situation. Their expressions show how quickly a joyful concert moment can turn serious. For Jungkook, the emotional weight of the moment becomes overwhelming. He looks toward Jin and struggles to hold back tears. Rather than focusing on the performance, his attention remains entirely on his fellow member. ARMY watching the fictional scene would naturally feel the emotional impact. Jungkook's reaction highlights the strong bond portrayed between the members, a friendship built through years of performing, traveling, and sharing countless experiences together. As the situation begins to stabilize, the atmosphere slowly changes. The members remain close, waiting for reassurance from the staff. The uncertainty gradually gives way to hope. The final moments focus on togetherness. Jungkook and the other members stay by Jin's side, reminding viewers that behind the enormous stages and worldwide fame are people who care deeply about one another. Note, this is a fictionalized, dramatized continuation based on the requested storyline and image, not a report confirming that Jin actually lost consciousness or that Jungkook cried beside him. The concert had begun with everything ARMY could have hoped for. The lights moved across the arena, thousands of purple light sticks filled the crowd, and the members appeared completely immersed in the excitement of the night. Jin had been performing with his familiar energy, smiling toward the audience and interacting with the other members. Nothing about the atmosphere suggested that the mood was about to change. Then, in this fictionalized scenario, a sudden incident near the edge of the stage causes everyone to react. The music stops. For a few seconds, the enormous venue becomes strangely quiet. Security personnel immediately move toward the area beneath the stage. Staff members communicate with one another while the audience tries to understand what has happened. Jungkook is among the first members to notice the seriousness of the situation. His expression changes instantly. The excitement that had been visible on his face moments earlier disappears. He looks toward the staff and then toward Jin, seemingly trying to understand what is happening. The other members also become concerned. Rather than continuing with the performance, their attention turns toward Jin and the professionals responding to the situation. Jungkook eventually moves closer to the backstage area. Staff members remain around Jin, making sure the situation is handled appropriately. The fictional scene becomes even more emotional when Jungkook is shown standing quietly seen nearby, his eyes appear filled with tears. He does not say much. Instead, he watches the staff carefully, waiting for any sign that Jin is okay. For fans, this imagined moment would be incredibly emotional because Jungkook and Jin have spent years sharing stages, rehearsals, travel schedules, interviews, and countless memories together. The connection between the members is one of the reasons BTS has developed such a strong relationship with its global fanbase. In the fictional storyline, Jungkook eventually sits near Jin while professionals continue assisting him. He looks down for a moment, visibly overwhelmed. A staff member gently reassures him that Jin is receiving attention. Jungkook takes a deep breath. The moment does not erase the fear, but it gives him a small reason to remain hopeful. Meanwhile, the other members stay nearby. Their presence creates a quiet sense of solidarity. No one is focused on cameras or the audience anymore. The only thing that matters is making sure Jin is safe. Outside the immediate backstage area, fans remain concerned. Many hold their phones in their hands, but the excitement that had filled the venue has been replaced by uncertainty. Some fans wave their light sticks quietly. Others simply wait. The fictional scene captures how quickly emotions can change inside a concert arena. One minute, thousands of people are celebrating music together. The next, everyone is united by concern for one person. Jungkook's emotional reaction becomes the center of the dramatic storyline. He wipes away tears and continues looking toward Jin. There is no dramatic speech. There is no attempt to draw attention to himself. His reaction is portrayed simply as that of someone worried about a close friend. The other members also show their support in their own ways. One stays close to the staff. Another speaks quietly with security. Another watches from a short distance, waiting for an update. Together, they create an image of unity. The fictional story then moves into a quieter phase. The staff continue their work while the members wait. Minutes seem to pass slowly. Jungkook remains nearby. His expression gradually changes from panic to cautious hope. He receives another update from the staff and nods quietly. The situation appears more stable. The tension in the room begins to ease. The members still look concerned, but there is no longer the same sense of confusion that existed moments earlier. Jungkook looks toward the others. They exchange reassuring glances. For the first time since the incident began, the atmosphere feels slightly calmer. This becomes one of the most emotional moments in the fictional storyline because it shows the importance of support during an unexpected crisis. The members are not presented as superheroes. They are simply friends standing together. Their careers have taken them around the world, but moments like this remind viewers that their personal relationships remain important. For ARMY, that message can be just as powerful as any stage performance. The fictional scene then transitions toward the end of the night. The concert has been paused while everyone waits for the situation to settle. The audience remains respectful. Instead of loud cheers, the arena is filled with quiet anticipation. Purple lights continue glowing throughout the venue. From backstage, Jungkook looks toward the stage. The enormous audience is still there. Thousands of fans are waiting. But the focus has shifted completely. The fictional story emphasizes that performances can wait when someone's well-being comes first. Eventually, the members receive more reassuring information. Their expressions soften. Jungkook appears visibly relieved. He closes his eyes for a moment and takes another deep breath. The tears that had appeared earlier are replaced by a small expression of relief. The other members gather around him. For a brief moment, nobody says anything. They simply stand together. That silence communicates more than words could. The scene then focuses on the relationship between Jin and Jungkook. Throughout their years together, the members have shared countless humorous moments, emotional performances, and unforgettable memories. In this fictional scenario, the sudden incident becomes another reminder of how deeply they care about one another. Jungkook's tears are not portrayed as weakness. Instead, they represent genuine concern. The story then returns to the audience. ARMY members continue waiting patiently. Some hold banners. Others hold purple light sticks close to their hearts. The atmosphere is emotional but hopeful. The fictionalized storyline does not end with fear. It ends with reassurance. The members remain together while staff continue monitoring Jin. Jungkook stays close, surrounded by the people he has shared so much of his life with. The final image is one of unity. The stage lights remain on. The arena remains filled with purple. and the members stand together, reminding everyone that behind the fame, awards, records, and enormous concerts, there is still a group of people who care deeply about each other. That is ultimately what makes this fictional scenario so emotional. It is not simply about an unexpected moment during a performance. It is about friendship. It is about loyalty. It is about staying beside someone when they need support. And most importantly, it is about remembering that the well-being of the people on stage matters more than the show itself. As the fictional story comes to a close, Jungkook looks toward Jin once again. This time, his expression is calmer. The fear has not completely disappeared, but hope has returned. The other members remain nearby. The staff continue doing their work. An army waits patiently. The final message is simple. When an unexpected moment happens, people do not have to face it alone. This entire story is a fictionalized dramatization created from the requested image and headline. It does not confirm that Jin BTS actually lost consciousness, fell from a stage, or that Jungkook cried beside him during a real event.